Jojo Siwa drama is heating up online, which comes at no surprise given that for the last few months now, Jojo has been a huge topic of conversation. Though I suppose it's really worked out for her in her favor, since whether people like her songs or hate them, they are going viral, which I'm sure is putting money into her pockets. And we've all seen how Jojo likes to spend these dollars, like putting her face all over her Lamborghini, and the noticeable vehicle has actually led to some pretty awkward situations recently. We're gonna get into that, plus some ex-girlfriend drama that she's got going on, because it's always something when it comes to Jojo. So if you didn't know, Jojo had been going viral for a little while for an interview that she did on the carpet, where she was asked who her dream guest on her podcast would be, and she said one of her exes.
Dream guest on my podcast? Oh my gosh. I mean, honestly, let's spice things up. One of my exes. Oh?
She's now come out to clarify that she would not actually be having any of her exes on her podcast because after some thought, she's realized it's just not a good idea.
The ex on my podcast, honestly, I said that and I was kind of going down the press line, just answering things very quickly. Honestly, at first I was like, oh, someone knows I have a podcast. Like, I was stoked about that. Mm-hmm. And then I just couldn't think of a dream guest fast enough. And so I said my ex or any of my exes.
It's a good answer.
But then I really thought about it and I was like, nah, actually, I don't want any of my exes. Like, to be honest, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, do I hug you when you get to my house?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Everything leading up to it.
Also, like, we're filming in the bedroom that, like, we slept in together.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This is awkward.
But that wasn't the only time an ex would be brought up online. It's been pretty clear that when it comes to her relationship with Avery Cyrus, the two of them ended pretty badly, and it's not in any sort of civil place. Jojo had accused Avery of being a clout chaser right after their breakup, and Avery later came out to speak about being in a toxic relationship, which people believe that she was talking about Jojo in this story time. She described this ex of hers as somebody who would make her cry a lot and didn't like it when she played with slime, which people were like, how does Jojo wear glitter and she's very like kid friendly and she doesn't like her girlfriend playing with slime? It just was not adding up to people. But Avery explained how she began to change herself in this relationship to try and be enough for this person and it just never worked out, and that this ex seemed to be in communication with their ex, but also noted that this person talked badly about their ex to their family. So it was clearly a big mess. And when Jojo went on Call Her Daddy earlier this year, she was talking about a past relationship where she had to get security involved, and people felt like she was once again alluding to her relationship with Avery. The history of what the heck went down with them was starting to get a little juicier to people because they were like, what do you mean Jojo had to get her security involved? Then she brings up that there was a whole legal situation. So everyone's like, what the heck happened? She basically said that 3 months after this breakup with her ex, she received an anonymous message that she needed to tell her security team about, and then it became a legal issue and she can't talk about it any further because of that, but she found out that her ex was the one that sent her this message.
There has been a lot that went down that if this microphone wasn't on, I would tell you what she did, what she told me anonymously, but I had to have my security team handle it. And I found out that it was her, that I cannot give, I can't, it's like, it built a trauma that I didn't even know I have until now. I'm like, oh, that's why you can't talk to a girl, is because of that.
Why can't you talk? Why can't you just say it?
I mean, I could, but it's like a whole ass legal thing behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. And my thing is I have fired at her a little bit on social media, and she's fired at me a little bit on social media. I've never started it, but I used to join in it. You know what I mean? And I would finish it. Like, if you're gonna come at me and make me a bad guy, I'm gonna say as much as I can. And what happened that my security literally is like, hey, you can't talk about this because it is a legal thing.
She had said in this that her and her ex were very public. They had gone back and forth with each other on social media after the breakup. So people definitely felt like it was Avery she was talking about. And it seems Avery decided to respond to a clip of Jojo on another podcast talking about the fact that there's one ex she will never talk to again, something Avery wanted to know she was thankful for.
I have a good relationship with one of my exes, and the other one I will never talk to again till the day I die.
Thank you, God.
Certainly some serious shade there, but the way these two have gone back and forth telling their sides, I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't the last of it, especially with the way that JoJo is about to put out this new song, Choose Your Fighter, and she said before that there is a special ad-lib in this song that is about her ex, which might be confusing given the fact that it's come out that JoJo doesn't write her own music, and her saying this can certainly be confused with her saying that she wrote this song about her ex, but it seems like she's just saying that she's added one little line into this already written song that is about her ex.
This song, I want you to listen for a very special ad-lib, because it is about one of my exes.
Now, the line in the song is, some of my exes are no one, some of my exes have fame, and then there's a whisper of, you're welcome, which seems to be the special little ad-lib that JoJo put in for her ex, and quite possibly the only part that she wrote in the song. But once again, possibly adding to her claim that Avery was dating her for clout. And I'll also say that this clip of JoJo saying that, listen for this little ad-lib, this is about my ex, has really haunted her because it's really caused people to believe that she's claiming she writes her own music, and now she's coming out on TikTok to say that, oh, I'm not a writer, I'm just a singer. I don't know why people think that I said that I write my music. Well, this is definitely one of those times where people were getting confused. But anyway, going back to those mentions of JoJo's Lamborghini with her face on it, that sparked up a whole other online drama this week. Honestly, it was just one huge miscommunication, but JoJo brought it online, so let's discuss. Basically, there was an incident at a coffee shop where JoJo went to pick up her morning brew, and she's coming out of the place. There's these girls that she says run away from her, and she finds out that they were talking badly about her, so she wanted to come online and know what they were talking about.
All of a sudden, I walk past these girls, right? And they don't see me. Their back is towards me, and one of the girls goes, Jojo Siwa's banned, and like laughed. And then they saw me, and then they got up and ran. If you are these girls, what did you say? I don't care. I know you were talking Nothing you say is gonna hurt my feelings. But what did you say? Because I am so curious.
The girls ended up responding right away on TikTok. It honestly seemed like they posted their video the same time as JoJo and didn't even know that she had made a video asking to know what they were talking about. They were just posting this apology, which makes it that much more genuine. But they said that they saw JoJo's car with her face on it when she was like driving around to this coffee shop, probably looking for parking, and it sparked their conversation about her. They were continuing to talk about her up until she had come out of the coffee shop. One of the girls was just over talking about JoJo, and so she yelled, "Ban JoJo," as in like, let's stop talking about her. But it was all just some really bad timing, and they didn't really mean to make it seem like how it was.
How do we start this story time?
Kayla.
Jojo Siwa's Lamborghini drives past us, so we start talking about her. And we start talking about how...
As one does when their face is all over their car.
Yes. We're talking about how obviously her publicity works.
What if
because
she's
we're
making a
talking
video
about her.
about this
That's
right
what
now?
I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, she's parked right behind us right now.
Yes, she is. And so basically, we're talking and we keep talking about it.
Oh, so basically we were saying like any bad publicity is good publicity. So really she's really smart about it. I'm like, we're talking about her. I'm not even a fan, and that's all we're talking about for the last 10 minutes.
She's got
Jojo
us
Siwa,
talking
like 5
about
minutes.
her,
Yes.
you know?
And so in my head, I was just like, no more. Like, we just need to change the topic because this is like the whole point of it. Literally, like, is what we're talking about.
We're
Is that
doing
her
what
name's
she
in her
wants.
mouth. So I literally yell. I was like, no more Jojo Siwa. She's banned.
Who's walking by? No, she points. She doesn't even realize she's walking by. No more Jojo Siwa. She's banned.
And then she...
we
look over and
I
she's
Jojo
right
there.
Forget the ukulele.
Out of context, I really didn't mean it like in a hateful way. I just meant it in a way of like, I just need to stop talking about celebrities.
Yeah.
Like, and you were the topic of that conversation because you have just driven by.
Yeah,
and they just
exactly.
walked by.
Like-
and the timing of it.
Was horrible.
Like, we were talking about you because, like, you
We
drove
just
by.
saw
They also apologized in the caption, writing, "We apologize at Jojo Siwa." So it's just once again been another messy slew of events for JoJo. Can we really be surprised though? Not really. But I will say that She did perform at Pride over the weekend and the crowd did go crazy for her. Like, I will say that whether people are hyping her up because they're like into the whole meme of it or whether they actually genuinely like her and her music, I don't know, but people get hyped for JoJo when they see her at these festivals, and I'm just gonna say that. It is very interesting because the internet definitely seems to not like her at all. I do think that people online do hear about the other stuff from JoJo, not just the music or the meme of it all. People see who she's friends with, they're seeing what accusations have been made about her and her mom when it comes to her dancers, and so people online are factoring those things in when they're hearing JoJo or they're seeing JoJo, but in person, people are rocking out. It's very interesting, and I want to know what you guys think about all of this, from the awkward coffee situation to the ex-girlfriend drama. Let me know all of your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.